Liberate unlocks the value of your digital property. Now, about 5 years ago, I was a cash-strapped teenager on my couch, and I was browsing through Amazon looking for movies to buy late at night. I eventually found a pretty mediocre comedy. I watched the film, and I soon realized that I probably only watched the film 1 or 2 more times, and then what could I do with it? I could leave it in my Amazon account, and I could have it collect dust, or I could delete it. I had no other options at that point. And this made a huge problem dawn. So the huge problem is that there's no secondary, aka used market for used digital property. Owners who buy anything in the digital market, as of now, have no way of recouping any value after initial purchase. And this is due to a monopoly on digital distribution. So Liberate is the solution to this problem. We're doing this by creating a secondary exchange place platform where users can donate their old digital music, receive an exchange credit for said music, and use that exchange credit to redeem different music that other users of the Liberate platform have donated themselves. Now, to show you exactly how this works, we're going to give you a live demo.
All right, thanks, Connor. So I'm just going to walk through the features here, and Mark is going to give you a use case as we go.
Yeah, let's do it. So I open up Liberate. I'm going to log in with my credentials. And you see we're taking to the Liberate home screen. And we have search bar trending with all the most popular songs currently on Liberate servers. Playlists, songs, albums, artists, all within our locker that sits on the cloud. And then a wish list button on the bottom, which is songs that we would like to acquire. However, due to high demand, we currently can't redeem them. So let's go up to the search bar and say I want to search Taylor Swift. So these are all the Taylor Swift songs on Liberate servers. If you notice that the blue check buttons on the right donate ones that are actually residing within our locker on the cloud. And also just a note, the number in the top left is the credits we currently have on Liberate in order to make transactions. So now if we go to our songs, we have a good variety of songs here. One that stands out to me is Margaritaville, which we can click and play. Love this song, but since the last time I downloaded it on iTunes and it's been residing on my computer, really don't get that much use out of it. So if we pause it now and we swipe left, we have the opportunity to donate it to the Liberate servers. And we get a message, we'll hit OK, I'm sure that I want to get rid of Margaritaville. And as you can see, our credit count now increases. And this is really seeing the power of Liberate. So now we go to the top right with the menu button icon, and we go to trending. These are the most popular songs currently on the Liberate servers. I'm a big Killers fan, and I see Mr. Brightside. I get excited, and I have the ability to swipe left, and I can now redeem this song. Go ahead and do so. Now, if we, and oh yeah, important to notice that the credit count has now decreased through that acquisition. We go to home, we search Mr. Brightside. There it is, we can now play it. There it is. And now, just to show you one final feature through Liberate, if we go down to wish list, which you notice is green right now, because that's the way Liberate is notifying you that a company has chosen to sponsor this song, which allows us to acquire, for instance, in this case, Don't Let Me Down for free. So if we click on it, we can now redeem this song at no cost to us. If you notice, it's subtle, but our count did decrease. So now when we search, we go to Don't Let Me Down, and that's the essence of Liberate.
Thanks, Mark. So in terms of the competitive landscape, we've got the Apples, Amazons, Googles of the world, Spotify. They're either virtual retailers where they're selling new digital property, or subscription streaming services where you're essentially renting music to listen to something. Now, this leaves a huge gap in the potential for a secondary economy on used goods. There's only one other market entrant right now called Redigi, and they're creating a marketplace for used digital music. And there's a key difference between a marketplace, which Redigi uses, and an exchange place, which Liberate is creating. In a marketplace, there's traditional buyers and sellers of something for a set price. There's a facilitator, in this case Redigi, where they'll take a fee on that transaction. Liberate, on the other hand, is creating a virtual exchange credit where we give equal value to your songs so that it can be traded in a very liquid manner, just like this. So So in terms of market side, over the past 10 years, there's been $21 billion spent on digital music, $2.5 billion just last year on digital music, so it's still taking steady. And we've got 35 million people purchasing music every year, 83 million streaming users. And I bring up these two because a lot of people think, okay, streaming is going to cannibalize purchasing. That's not the case. Liberate is a private streaming service, so we're taking advantage of those who want to stream but also own their music. Next slide, please. In terms of business model, how do we make money? Well, we've realized, like in our demo, that there will inevitably be at a certain time for some songs less supply and a lot of demand. Now, in order to fill this gap, we're kind of creating lemonade out of lemons. So we're gonna have a sponsor pay for a new version of the song that's in your wish list, and we're gonna charge the sponsors a fee. So we're the Liberate team, and our mission is to unlock the value for digital property. I'd love to tell you more.